The return to your dorm room was chaotic at best. Miranda had almost dragged her feet, leaving her home to take you back, and you had oddly spent almost half the drive egging her on in order to ensure your safe return. Not that you were unsafe, but you did have the feeling that if you stayed another day, she was unlikely to get you back. I will be fine. You will see me at work in like 20 minutes, minimum. She stares at you and you find yourself rolling your eyes. I promise. Finally, with repeated begging, she leaves. Then the real madhouse begins. Oh my god! You shriek in surprise loud enough that whoever is next door slams their hand on the shared wall in annoyance as their way of telling you to shut the fuck up. On instinct, you slam your hand on the wall in return. You're back! And you're safe! I said that I was. Yeah, but that was when you were with the headmistress. And you know about the whole cult that's been going around on campus. What if the creepy fuckers had gotten to you and you were just pretending to be? I'm freaking myself out. You frown. I was safe with her. Look, we were just really worried, all right? We felt terrible when we realized we had lost you in the crowd, and then it was even worse when we realized you had to call her to come help you. You almost feel guilty before you remember to be mad. I understand you were worried, but I was scared and I knew she'd pick up. You shift. I was drugged, and I needed help that very second, and I couldn't find you. I was worried that you'd been drugged too. Daniela takes a step forward. Oh, she's crying. But you're all right? Her teary eyes sweep the anger right out of you. Yes, I'm all right. Nothing happened. But please, if we go out again, no splitting up. No matter what. Both of them nod in agreement, and you cautiously hug Daniela, who's known to go a little crazy over a hug, and Angie happily adds herself into it. Letting out your breath, you wince. I still have to go to work. What? It admittedly takes you longer than 20 minutes for you to pry yourself from your roommates who had quite literally dropped and latched onto your legs like small children. Go to the cafe and walk all the way back. 20 minutes. You raise your hands and surrender immediately. How was I meant to anticipate everyone wanting to talk to me for like 10 minutes each? So confident. 20 minutes. I'm here now, aren't I? With coffee, too. She shakes her head playfully, repeating the time frame again. 20 minutes. Technically, I said minimum. You grumble it as you place the coffee down, and when you swivel, you find yourself smiling as you feel her glare at you over the word choice. Glancing over your desk, you manage about 10 seconds before double taking and looking at it closer. It's bigger and more desk-like than before. Miranda, she hums. When did you manage to get this in here? A magician never tells their secrets. I wasn't aware you were a magician. Aren't they tacky? As quick as it had appeared, her playfulness is washed away with a faux scowl. I am not tacky. You said it, not me. Without thinking, she grabs a pen and throws it at you, and you find yourself squeaking in surprise and dropping to avoid it. The day is not hard. You find yourself waiting outside for a moment, realizing that Miranda was actually packing up when you had left on autopilot. Just when you think you were imagining it, the door swings open and Miranda freezes mid-step when she sees you. Oh, I thought you had left. I did, but I thought I'd wait for you and all that. Maybe walk you to your car. It's kind of dark out, and I'm filled with sudden bravery. Her mouth quirks in amusement, but she doesn't shoo you away. Oddly enough, you didn't think she would. The walk is quiet, mostly, until Miranda decides to break it. Little Crow, what has you so quiet? It hits you square in the chest. A dream. Just thinking. Miranda hesitates on her next step, flashing a glance at you with something akin to recognition in her eyes. About? Something possesses you in the moment to turn to her and reply, You? If you didn't know better. You'd say her pupils were blown. But you do. You do. But when Miranda takes a strangled breath of air, something tells you don't. Is that so? You find yourself getting a little dizzy from the deja vu from something that never happened. This hasn't happened before, right? Always. Suddenly you're hit with a headache, and your hand goes up to your head, and you blink a few times. I'm sorry. I don't know, it just came over me. Suddenly you had felt like you were in the forest on a sunny day with Miranda and... Don't push. Her hands are on your shoulders and you look at her dazed. What does she mean? Trust me. Don't push. It will come to you. She checks you over gently before taking a step back. You hadn't even realized you had reached her car. Good night, little crow. It only occurs to you when she's pulling away. It already has come to me. You drag yourself through your door and find it empty. A note that reads, "Out for groceries," with groceries crossed out. "Alcohol! Bring your own booze night, boys!" The original note is notably in Daniela's shockingly neat handwriting, when she wants it to be. However, Angie's haphazard handwriting is scribbled over it. Shaking your head with a chuckle, you get ready for bed. Lying in your own comforter is refreshing, yet oddly unwelcome. Seems like something you don't want to dissect or look into at all. You close your eyes, already dreading whatever your mind will come up with next, and fall into slumber. I have no idea where she went. For some reason, you're a mysterious third party to your own dream, watching yourself hiss behind you. She couldn't have gone far. She's got your stamina. Other you turns around with no amusement in their eyes. I am not that weak. Tell that to you last week, wheezing on the driveway after you ran a mile. A singular mile. It felt like a long mile to me. Case in point. She prods other you in the shoulder before disappearing between the shelves to look for whoever the two of you are chasing. Am I saying my own name? Sweetheart, you're scaring us. Me, really. Your mother will murder me if you disappeared under my watch. My blood on your hands. Oh, fine, you're no fun. What? Who? Don't tell me you can't. Just do it. You have no idea where you are now, but other you hovers behind a Miranda that is far more familiar to you than before. My avian goddess. Miranda reaches behind herself and pushes other you away with a huff, the anger seemingly leaving her as you let out a small laugh at the action. It has to work. And it will. But, well, first we have to discuss the townsfolk. It gets blurry for several seconds, even a few minutes before everything clears back up into 4K. I won't let them. Go get them. Other you hesitates. Which? All of them. Right. I'm not sure how to locate several of them, but I'm sure I can get the funny one in the hat. They have business cards. What kind of audacity? Never mind. And the bird is not hard to miss. Thank you, little crow. And when you find them, all of them, tell them why I called. Consider it a return. Other you nods and kisses her temple gently before turning and leaving the room. You groggily exit your room, pausing in consideration at the new sticky note greeting you. I'm out getting groceries for real this time. Angie is at her aunt's. Sad face. She got a little sick. You take a moment to drink your shitty homebrewed coffee and try to focus on your dream. You know it had been vivid in the moment, but when you try to focus, it escapes your grip. Eventually, you get frustrated enough that you stop, remembering how Miranda had told you to stop pushing. You check the clock. Ugh. The walk is long and boring, but Elena greets you with her usual amount of excitement. Welcome, welcome. Tell me everything. Come around the corner. Come around the counter. You blink in surprise when she gestures for you to actually do so. I'm so fucking serious. Come over here right now. How dare you make me hear about this from Cassandra of all people. Follow me while I make it and tell me everything. You look around, alarmed, but nobody is in the cafe other than you, so that might explain her casualness. You walk around the counter. I wish I could date Elena. That sounds like so much fun. You walk around the counter and quickly find yourself being forced into doing what she wants and spill your guts about everything. What kind of romantic dramedy are you in? No clue. She notes the lack of correction and sticks to it like glue. Do you? Do you like her? Is there something between you? Do you want there to be something between you? You flush, but answer anyway. Yes. No. Well, kinda no. And unfortunately, yes. Yes? She turns sharply from where she's messing around with the flavoring and grabs your shoulders. Do you promise to tell me... Do you promise to fill me in every time I see you? Yes? How down bad are you? Very. This could work. She's scaring the absolute shit out of you right now. What the fuck? Someone help! Here is her coffee. We'll talk tomorrow. She then pushes you out from behind the counter and even goes as far to push you out the door before finally allowing you to walk on your own. You stand blankly for a moment before realizing that she didn't let you pay, and you were just harassed behind and out from the counter and the cafe. When you get inside, Miranda is closing a window while the two crows perched on the sill fly away. She looks pleased. Good news? Very. What's with the crows and open windows? I'm pretty sure you had like an entire stroke my second week over the window being open. I feed the birds. You hand the coffee over and your eyebrows raising. That's kind. I can choose to be kind. Sparingly. She scoffs and you're reminded of how easily she had undone her orderly pens just to throw them at you. So you raise your hand in surrender. Don't throw them, ma'am. Amusement creeps into her gaze, but she refrains from making any objects on her desk projectiles. It doesn't take long for you to fall into the usual rhythm of things, but naturally, Miranda always has to rock the boat a little, making you slightly uncomfortable enough so that you don't settle. What fun would it be to be consistent? I think I would rather like to go on a walk. She sounds surprised by her own sentiment, but you take that to mean she just generally doesn't prioritize anything she wants ever, so you don't pay too much attention to it. Alright, do you need me to do anything while you're gone? Go on a walk with me? Oh. Alright. Let me finish this, then. You blink at her and she nods quickly, allowing you to finish typing the end of your sentence. I feel like I'm a little bit out of focus, but I think it's just because it's fuzzy because I have a bad capture card. You stand and stretch without much thought before rolling your head and walking to the door where Miranda is waiting for you. I actually do need that. Holy cow. Oh, I'm shrimping a little bit. I'm not sure where I'd like to go. She frowns, but unlike her usual scowl, it reads more as a pout than anything else. We can just wing it. Miranda rolls her eyes for some unknown reason, but opens the door and gestures for you to lead. It's a bird pun, that's why. She's a bird, isn't she? She's a crow. The two of you try and take the routes that aren't generally preferred by the student population, although really there's barely a point anymore, and end up wandering a little too much. One moment, you're on the university grounds. The next, you're in the woods. At first, you don't say anything, hoping Miranda knows what she's doing, but she shows no signs of turning around, and you are so desperately lost at the moment. Do you know where we are, out of curiosity? Are you lost? No! You look around. I'm perfectly aware of where we are. I just wanted to know if you knew. Miranda raises a brow in amusement, staring you down. I'm not lost. I have no idea where we are. In the middle of nowhere. Miranda, we are. She snickers, too playful for it to be cruelly intentioned. I am very familiar with the area, do not worry. She reaches out just barely, but before she can complete whatever action she was attempting, there's this horrible thwack behind you and you whip around quickly as Miranda stands to attention. When you turn, you don't see anything until there's a soft caw that makes you look down to see a crow sprawled on the ground, its wing awkwardly twisted. Behind you, Miranda takes a step forward, evening the two of you out, and her face is twisted in sympathy for the crow. Poor thing. Something compels you to walk forward until you're on your knees next to the injured crow. What do you do? I guess we'll pick it up. You pause for a moment, wishing you had brought a jacket before deciding whatever happened. Gently, you pick the crow up, cradling it so as to not hurt its wing any further. You think back to your time back home. One of your close friends had this obsession with saving every wild animal they could find. And several times they brought back a finch or some form of bird, and eventually you just learned how to generally take care of injured animals. What an interesting friend. Miranda hovers behind you, almost holding her breath. Inspecting the wing, you coo softly at the crow. It's alright. The wing is, frankly, fucked up. Your brow furrows and you turn to Miranda. Can we take them back with us to get help? Your friend's habit must have rubbed off on you. Yes, of course. Would you like to turn around now? You nod, simultaneously thinking of how long it would take, how sick you might get of this bird, and whether or not it would be okay. It takes you about 5 steps to realize maintaining a gentle hold on the crow and your balance is basically impossible, especially with the uneven ground. Here. She takes your free hand that you had been holding out in a bad attempt at balancing herself and balances you with herself. She turns her head away, the tips of her ears bright red, giving her away. Thank you, Your vocal cords stop working suddenly, making you incapable of finishing your sentence. What is happening? You have no idea what you are going to call her. But Miranda stops and turns around suddenly, staring at you for a moment before frustration shows on her face before she turns back around. Of course. I don't want you to get hurt. You smile softly, glancing at the crow that is staring at you imploringly from your hold. You're gonna be alright. The vet makes a surprised noise when he sees Miranda, but takes the bird in, nodding to her. Miranda waves you off when asked about money, claiming she'll take care of it. Thank you for walking with me. Miranda goes to work as soon as she gets back to her desk, and you finish up whatever mess is left of Cassandra's disastrous little stunt. Anna Maria's written statement is covered in tear stains, and Elena's is 12 pages long. When did she even have the time to do this? Much to your delight, Cassandra's sisters have sent a few of their own. However, Cassandra's own statement consists of this. I didn't do that shit. Fuck everyone that says otherwise. You admire her audacity, if nothing else. Nearing the end of your time in the office, Miranda finally stops writing. I've decided. You turn around, brows raised in confusion. Right, of course. Decided what? You're off the hook. For this? You don't have to work for me anymore. What? What do you mean? What? Your confusion must show on your face because she gives you a wry smile. You can choose to come back and keep working without any outside factors affecting or stop working for me. I'll find someone else to torture, no doubt. She says that, but she doesn't exactly look like someone who would be fine if you didn't come back. Do you continue to work for her? Ooh, okay. Do you continue to work for her? I mean, nothing better. Well, it's not like I've got anything better to do. I'd frankly rather die than party every night, and I'm doing fine in my classes. Well then, seeing her expression makes you regret your choice. I'm just joking. She hums and doesn't seem to believe you. Go on, have a good rest. I'll be here for several more hours. A good rest. She's so fucking weird. Are you sure? Yes, you're coming back, are you not? I'm not worried. Oh. Well, alright then. I'll see you tomorrow? Miranda shakes her head. No, I have personal business to attend to. Everything is fine, but after tomorrow, yes. You nod once. Well, you have no idea what to do. Good night, Miranda. And before anything can be added, you head out the door. Soon, Mother. Not soon enough. It's making them hurt. And we still haven't seen any Am I just missing the name? Is it Mia? I don't know. They would have been in more pain if I hadn't put something in their drink. Shut up. It's the cult. It's the cult. I don't know what's happening, but it's the cult. Sure enough, 2 days later, you arrive and things are in full swing. However, how stupid you have to be to have lost the catering card. Whatever Miranda's personal business has served to only make this an utterly inhospitable area. If you're being honest, you've been too much of a coward to go over to her. You're technically early, so you still have time to procrastinate. It's the official time for voting. It's pretty pointless since nobody's running against anybody, but the school is apparently just rich enough to waste money on something like this. Despite this, the student council president, Bella, who is Cassandra's sister, how different could they be? Bad enough that you had to learn Daniela was their sister too. The genetics on them. She wanted to make a good impression. Hey. You look up at her yell and realize she spotted you. Damn. Coffee. You raise the hand hers is in and walk over to her. You're late. I'm early. You're late to me. She snatches the coffee from your hands and scowls at you. It's cold. Well, you were busy screaming at Stanley for me to do much other than wait. It comes out quickly without thought. It's reminiscent of when you first started working for her. Get your act together. Go find me Donna Beneviento. She was supposed to be here with the flowers an hour ago. She physically shoves your shoulder so she can walk through, and you're almost blinded with the urge to shove her back. Harder. Instead, you're like an adult or whatever and slam the rest of your coffee down before storming out, ignoring the whispers of a fight brewing. Hello? It's very calm here. You could almost fall asleep. Working here feels like it would be a dream. Nobody yelling in your face or moody blondes picking fights with you. Hello. Oh, you're one of Angie's friends. You smile. Your bad mood leaves as soon as her gentle voice hits you. Being mean to her would feel like a crime. That's because it is, and Donna is the best, and you cannot convince me otherwise. I am. Unfortunately, I am here as a messenger for someone far less friendly. Miranda. It's actually hilarious how quickly she reached that conclusion. She's rather impatient about the flowers. You purse your lips to avoid complaining any further. Tell her I'll get them there by the end of the day. There was a delay in the daisies. You nod sharply. Will do. Your shop is lovely, by the way. Have a good day. Donna nods, a faint smile in her features before she disappears into the back and you head back. She's so sweet. I love Donna so much. When you're outside, your phone buzzes. Bird. I need you to find these people. Estera, Jasmine, and Nicoletta. You wait for a moment before another message appears. Do not procrastinate. I want them here by 2. Nitpick. Just okay. Okay. Good. Who do you find first? I guess we'll go in order. Estera. You decide to go find Estera first. And wow, she is in a scenario that you would have never imagined. You were so brave only a minute ago. Anna Maria and Giselle are holding her back like she's... as the 3 R's howl for someone to take her away. Go back home or wherever you go when you're not bothering everyone else. All parties stop moving as you call attention to yourself. I would ask, but I so badly don't want to know, so Estera, Headmistress Miranda wants you to come with me. Ha! She wants her assistance, so really I would treat her with more respect. She writes herself, adjusting her glasses. Right. Lead the way. You walk around to find Jasmine and Nicoletta with Estera muttering behind you. Jasmine is destroying people at football, or soccer, as some students argue, and Nicoletta is in tears over flowers to the point that you're concerned she might die of dehydration. And when it comes out that they were for Cassandra, part of you wants to find the brunette and shake her very, very fast in frustration. You escort all three of them to where you last saw Miranda and leave them to their doom as Miranda walks through the door. Anything else? You keep your voice level. No need to antagonize her any further. She's clearly in a shitty mood. Mia. Oh, please. Anyone but her. You immediately resort to begging on that front. She failed to send me an important email last night. Go find her and harass her into it. I know she's done. She just doesn't want to write. She gives you a dismissive wave, but you clench your jaw and turn back around to go find the brunette. Why is she so mean today? It takes you 2 whole entire hours, but eventually you find her. Oh, have a drink with me? No, thank you. Just water. The bartender isn't the same one from before. It makes you feel better. I'm not writing that email until you've had a drink with me. Don't look at me like that. I heard Miranda's been shoving you around all day. You scowl. Do you promise to write if I get a drink? Yes. You sigh and turn. What do you order? Not a screwdriver. I'll have a rum and coke. You glance at Mia. Light on the coke. Mia cheers in delight, raising her beer. I'll pay. When the bartender returns, you inspect the glass of both water and alcohol carefully. You can't see any residue. You'll just hope and pray, you suppose. You turn to Mia. Happy? No. What is Mary's deal today? No fucking clue, but it's making me want to strangle her. Mia considers you for a moment. I'll make you a deal. And why do I want that? You feel like you're making a deal with the devil. Because I've known her for ages. Longer than you would probably guess. You purse your lips. That is valuable knowledge. So what's she implying? Alright, I'll hear you out. I swear, she stood there for 12 whole seconds before running after me. You're laughing so hard you're worried you might pee yourself. How did you get that to work out so perfectly? Oh, that was mostly luck. It was supposed to be separated, so she'd think it was over, and then it wasn't. I'd really liked to know Miranda back then, I think. Mia stops laughing almost immediately as if something's dawned on her. She's not being extraordinarily mean, is she? I know she's got a temperament problem, but I would hate to think she's being her usual self towards you. You snort. She went somewhere yesterday and came back with some sort of complex about it, I don't know. Well, you know, if you agree to be my friend, you can just sick me on her and she'll forget all about you. Tempting. You know she only tolerates me because I'm your best friend, right? Yeah, but the two of you catfighting is kind of entertaining. Ow! Mia! It's not nice to watch your best friend suffer. Yeah, well, it's not nice to pick fights with your best friend's girlfriend either. I'm just making sure she's right for you. Yeah, okay, you just like pushing her buttons. You know who you agreed to be friends with. Hello, I can't tell if you're spacing out or ignoring me. Or which is more offensive. You put your hand on your chest and shake your head. Suddenly you're feeling very sober. Okay. Mia brightens and you ask if only to prove something to yourself. Does she like you or tolerate you? Mia gets this starkly serious look on her face. She keeps me around for someone else's sake. If it were up to her, I'd be dead on the moon or something. You shouldn't push her buttons. It comes out weakly. What does this mean? 3 days later, you're quickly approaching the final day, which is only tomorrow. It did not take you long to adjust to Mia's less than normal comments. I just think your life would be easier if she were dead. If she were dead, we'd be arrested for murder. Cute that you think we'd be caught. I appreciate the implication that you would help, though. You roll your eyes. Mia has, for whatever reason, decided to aid you in a long list of duties, which at the moment include hiding from an enraged Miranda in the library. Why is she so mean? But come on. It would be easy-ish. Okay, not really, but the emotional reward. Think positive. Mia, we cannot kill Miranda, mostly because I'm not totally sure she couldn't kill us first. But you're open to it. Don't you work for her? And almost like there had been a time where Mia put you off, the two of you actually get along quite well. Most of the time. With. You shove a hand over your mouth, shushing her, but quickly retract it with a disgusted hiss when she licks it. Gross! What are you, 10? Perhaps. What in the world are you two doing? You slap a hand over your mouth to avoid hearing the frightened noise you make. Put a bell on her or something. Plotting your death. You jab her with your elbow as hard as you can, leading her to yelp in pain and whine at you. Your lack of tact is truly astounding. She pouts at you. When you're done wasting time, go get me a 3rd cup of coffee. Yes, headmistress. I feel like I've failed somewhere. You grit it out, taking pleasure in the way she flinches even in her angry state at the title. Good. She should suffer too, if you have to. Perhaps it's the anger talking, but part of you wants her to feel the way you have the last few days. Miserable. Miranda clenches her jaw and turns away from you, hesitating at the end of the bookshelf and turning just barely, so she can see you and Mia, the two of you still play fighting with each other as you move to do as you're told. If you had looked longer, would you have seen jealousy? Welcome in. Mia, wait here. Aggressively, she points at you and gestures for you to follow her back, as is usual for the two of you at this point. Devastating news. Seems like she's getting worse. You shake your head as Elena moves through the process. I have no idea what pissed her off originally, but it's almost exponential at this point. You knew she had a temper, but this was just insane. Instead of cooling off over the days, Miranda has only become more and more intolerable for reasons extremely unclear to you. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's just jealous at this point and has no idea what to do with it. I told you to stay up front. She doesn't do well with directions. I don't do well with directions. I'll allow it. Wash your hands and tell us more. You're such a gossip. It's Cassandra's fault. She always comes in here with some absolutely deranged story, and now I'm hooked. It's quite boring here. Elena passes you the cup just as Mia finishes washing her hands. She hates me. She hates the Domitresque kids for various reasons. Bella is arguable. She definitely hates Angie, and she's pretty neutral on Miss Beneviento and you. One moment she has you all to herself, the next you're hanging around with anyone but her. Okay, but that defies logic. I would be with her more if she weren't acting absolutely crazy. She's neutral on me? Holy shit. We could always kill her. I'm not killing Miranda, and neither are you. Mia decides she's bored. Your girlfriend's a buzzkill. And then she leaves? Miranda looks at you while you stare after Mia's retreating form with something akin to betrayal. What the actual fuck is wrong with her? What isn't? Give it here. You walk up and place it down before immediately walking back to your desk and glancing over the pile at your desk. Doable. The silence is filled with tension. You are mad at Miranda, Miranda's mad at everything, and Mia went and added another variable before dipping. Bitch. You get to midday when Miranda shoos you away. Something about 15 minutes breaks the legal issues. That's right. You're like a real worker now. This comes with breaks, but also structural implications. Well, think about that later. Oh, you turn and smile. She looks rather average, but she's nice, you think? The two of you make idle chit-chat for a moment, and you are very conscious of how much time is passing while she asks you something that's clearly been on her mind. How have you been as Miranda's assistant? You must be very good and very brave for her to have fired me for you. What? Stanley pauses, blinking at you. Hold on. You didn't quit? Goodness, no. I'm not that brave. You stare at her before slowly, very, very slowly comprehending. She told me you quit, and that's why she needed me to work for her. Stanley shakes her head solemnly. No, I was fired, but if that's what Miranda told you, maybe don't tell her I said this. No, yeah, I work with her. I know better. Thank you. Still, she takes off running. Understandable. You go back up and continue in the same silence, but armed with your new knowledge, you can't help but glance at Miranda every once in a while, wondering what made her so sure. Who's talking? Who's the 3 underlines person? Do you think reincarnation is possible? Breathe. You're on the floor. Why are you on the floor? What? You just pitched over. You aren't sick, are you? You shake your head. No, I've been having these blackouts and dreams. You cut yourself short when you realize she's been staring at you almost predatorily, and suddenly you remember how she's been treating you recently. Please. I'm fine, ma'am. Stop it. Don't. You've been so cruel, and not even just to me, and you won't tell anybody what's wrong. I can't. Not yet. There's not a single part of it that you can talk about. You must look pretty incredulous because she hesitates, which is long enough for your point to be proven and for her to sink down. She's still holding you, you realize as you shift a little lower with her. It's foolish. Tell me anyway. I'm tired of being mad at you. Her gaze shoots to you, wounded by your words somehow. You nudge her to prompt her to continue. I was jealous. I'm sorry, you were what? She glares at you, but you refuse to back down. You know exactly what she said, but she was whispering. Plausible deniability and all that. I was jealous. Of whom? Everyone. Mia. You can't believe Mia was right. Why? Me and Mia have just barely begun to get along. Miranda hums, not truly believing, but not denying it either. I apologize for taking it out on you. Only me? I'm not fond of anyone else, am I? I think if you gave Mia a chance, she would really piss you off more. I have no doubt. You look up at the ceiling. Can we not be on the floor anymore? Yes, please. She stands and helps you up, frowning in worry and what you might assume might be her version of guilt. See? Isn't this better? I mean, both ways. Not being on the floor and not fighting anymore. Always a mediator. She shakes her head with a smile. See, that's better. Now she's not being mean. I will see you tomorrow. But she shakes her head. It's going to be a long day tomorrow. And it sounds like you haven't been resting well. When have you last slept properly? Do not answer honestly. When you took me home? Miranda's eyes widen and she takes your face into both her hands and yanks you close to presumably inspect your face for signs of lying or exhaustion. Go. Sleep. Take better care of yourself, please. But there's so much work, and if I don't do it, you will, and then you won't sleep. You should sleep too. Before she can argue, there's a thwack against her window, and somehow this is becoming commonplace. And the two of you turn, Miranda's shoulders dropping. Oh, Cornelius. What? What? She opens her window and pries a crow from her windowsill. It's wriggling and causing a general fuss, but you squint at it. No way. Don't. You have a pet crow. You pause. You have a pet crow and I didn't know? How have you managed to keep this from me? Cornelius sits in on the meetings of the student council. He likes to repeat things. I want to pet him so bad. Cornelius stops wriggling at that, cawing in interest, clearly understanding what you're saying. He also stops pretending to be incapable of flight and perches himself near you, pleased with your cooing as you gently pet his feathers. When he puffs up, you giggle and completely miss I want a pet crow, and completely miss Miranda behind you trying to stand just a little taller. You continue to pet him when you repeat your question. Still, how did you keep this from me? I am capable of keeping many things from people. Her answer is starkly serious, and your smile falls in response. Well, for future reference, you don't have to keep things from me. I'm rather fond of special treatment. I'm well aware. Go to your dorms. Sleep. Can Cornelius come? You pout, not expecting her to actually agree, even with Cornelius's similarly begging posture. If you think you can handle his shenanigans. Shock must show on your face because she smiles in amusement while you nod quickly. Come on, Cornelius. By tomorrow, you'll like me more than Miranda. He's not hard to win over. Shh, don't listen to her truth. Who cares? Her laughter echoes in your heart as you walk back to the dorms with Cornelius curiously cawing on your shoulder. No, Mother. They don't know. Good. Don't talk to them again. I don't need them mentioning it to anyone and being informed of your recent departure. Yes, Mother. I'm still confused about the whole cult situation. She's so kind to you. You know that, right? Pardon? She behaves like this misunderstood woman who just needs someone to care. But I remember. How did you get here? Earlier that day, when you had arrived with Cornelius obediently on your shoulder, Miranda had honestly looked like she wanted to curl up and die. I take care of him for years, feed him, keep him alive, and can't even be bothered to stay in one place. You give him one head pat, and suddenly he's the most well-behaved. She grumbles about it for a good 15 minutes before opening the window, and he flies out, free as, well, a bird. Rest well. You purse your lips. Truthfully, no. Cornelius realized he did not have his usual arrangement and promptly freaked the fuck out, but to admit that would be admitting defeat. Yep. Miranda closes her window and smiles at you. I left a list of things for you to do today on your desk. Let me know when you've completed the entire list. You nod. Yes. You pause for dramatic effect, and maybe a little to see Miranda clench her jaw in annoyance. Mira. Miranda, for her part, does admittedly try to not obviously be delighted at this, but she fails. But it's cute, so it's okay. You let out a small laugh, noting nothing malicious and so obviously fond that you make even yourself a little sick from it. You pick up the list and nod. I'll get on it. Grab your phone on your way out and take a gamble. Quickly you reach out for Miranda before you kissing her cheek chastely. And before any sort of reaction can be had, you're out the door. Ugh, she makes it hard to wait. Mia steps out from a bookshelf. Yes, it's all very sickening. I've got news. Oh, what now? Finch says something's wrong with Bella. And what would that be? She remembers that. Admittedly, it had taken you half the day, but finally you completed your list, and you find yourself sitting in the cafe as a break before you head back. You had already let Miranda know you were done and you were just stopping by the cafe, and she had naturally requested a refill. Typical. Wait. So she went out of her way to get you on her staff before she even knew you? And I thought you were down bad. I didn't see it coming at all. I didn't see it coming either. Oh, damn it, Finch. Who? Friend. You don't know them. Not really. You have one vague memory of them and a strange interaction while late to work, but otherwise, she would be correct. I suppose they're rather selective about what information they give out. She shakes her head. Anyway, why do you look like you're hiding something from me? I'm just a barista. You can trust me with your secrets. I trust you with my coffee, not my secrets. You tell Cassandra and then suddenly the entire town knows. I would never tell Cassandra. That's just poor form. And stupid. Who's stupid? You. You chuckle as the two begin their usual banter of Cassandra flirting with Elena and Elena insulting in response. Idly, you think if there were going to be anyone Cassandra fell in love with, it would be Elena, the only woman to never say yes to her. And with that cheery thought, you leave. The room is covered with flowers, and you have to admire Miss Beneviento's work, if anything. This had to have been expensive. Most certainly. Donna charges a pretty penny for her work, but she's the best in her field, so I don't complain. Much. You huff in amusement. And how much do you complain? Only twice a week. Oh, that's a bargain. Is it? Twice? I think I've heard you complain twice in 10 minutes. I hardly hear you point out how annoying it is anymore. I never said I didn't like arguing with you. Before either of you can continue whatever weird form of flirting this is, somebody lets out a shrill shriek and glass shatters. At least it isn't a bird this time. It's some random girl you've never seen in your life, but a vase is shattered and she's already crying when Miranda arrives, which means this will not be good. It was an accident, I swear! Like a woman possessed, Miranda strides forward, teeth bared, and backhands her. There's a deathly silence that follows in which you struggle to pull up empathy. That's odd. You're sure that if this had happened a few months ago, you would have already been cussing Miranda out, but honestly enough, you feel little to no remorse for her. Oof. Miranda seemingly moves to either continue or storm past her, but you decide to interrupt. Stop! The girl looks relieved, but you only look at Miranda. The glass will destroy your shoe. You're more likely to fall than anything else. Fine. Get the floor cleaned and take her somewhere else. I can't stand it when people cry. She swivels around and brushes past you, and something terribly cold fills you, and yet it feels perfectly natural. Miranda's known to be less than kind and to have an aversion to tears. Really, could she have been any stupider? You turn and follow Miranda, passing by Bella, who had apparently been watching. She stares at you. You don't know why. Bella wins. Gasp! I know, the person running unopposed won? How could this be? The party continues on like it hadn't been inevitable, and you sit in the corner wishing you were literally anywhere else but here. On a whim, you get up to dance or maybe get drunk. Who knows? May I have this dance? Oh. Well, fuck, I guess now you have to dance. Sure, I must warn you though, I am bad at dancing. Something akin to amusement flutters across her face. Oh please, I'm sure you're better than you think. But then it goes away. The council room wasn't really intended for this, but nobody had wanted to put a real dance together twice in a year, so they had settled for shifting the tables to the side to function as serving stations, and asked a student to DJ. They aren't bad. You and Bella dance, and the entire time she's giving you the same look she has given you earlier that day, and it's extremely off-putting. May I speak with you in private? Seems like a bad idea. Sure. Bella peels away from you mid-song and pulls you away. You guessed she meant this very second. Mia furrows her brows across the room, pushing off the table she was leaning against, but then suddenly, you're on the back lawn. She's so kind to you. You know that, right? Pardon? She behaves like this misunderstood woman who just needs someone to care, but I remember. She looks at you desperate. Why am I the only one who remembers? Alright, this is starting to freak you out so bad. Well, why don't we all go back inside, yeah? Mia has her bitch face on, which means listen to her or she's about to get really abstract for no reason. No! I can't trust you. You remember, but you're on her side. Why do you keep doing that? What the fuck is that? It's nothing. Go back inside. You glance between them before remembering that these two, maybe, crazy women, and you should not try and get in between them. Don't kill each other. Neither of them says they won't, which is remarkably not comforting. Do I have, like, sun on my face or something? I feel like my lighting's changed. You reach the doors of the council room before suddenly you're slammed with, how dare you? Look, this has frankly been an all-around disaster. The only reason I'm still here is because they are still here. I ain't loyal to you, so I'll say it again. How far are you going to take this? I'll take it as far as they want me to, but let me tell you, if you pull that alien and the other freaky winged person into this, you are going to spiral. They are going to come with strings. It's going to get out of control fast. I will take it as far as I need to. Anything for her. Even if it costs you your followers. God knows how you got them. Or, sorry, is that slander? Beneviento has lost enough, and Domitresque is more likely to flip her switch if you take something from her. I have already spoken on this matter. Leave. You're lucky they like you so much, or you'd be dead where you stand. I don't see the point in me leaving. They've been listening the whole time. You gasp at the doors, bracing yourself against them, and instead of opening them, these blackouts are getting incredibly invasive, and even after you can barely grasp what happened during them. It's extremely frustrating, to say the least. Eventually, you catch your breath and straighten yourself out before opening the doors. Nobody turns, so nothing disastrous has happened in your absence, although the disaster might have happened with you. You're a little concerned someone is going to end up dead. There you are. I have been looking for you. Sorry, I was outside. There might be a problem later, not totally sure. Anyway, what's up? Is something wrong? I leave for 5 minutes. No, nothing's wrong. I just, She goes red. I wanted to give you something. Intrigued, you lean forward, but she yanks it back suddenly. It's, not as expensive as it looks. That makes me think it's extremely expensive, but okay. May I see it now? Do not make fun of me. Her voice comes out soft, and it makes you smile at her sweetly. I won't. Outwardly. She opens her hand, and it is a very expensive-looking pendant that is shockingly reflective. Shiny, almost. Do you accept the shiny trinket? Yes. Gently, you take it from her and inspect it a little closer. Careful with your facial expression as Miranda stares down at you. I like it very much, Mira. You do? She then startles. You do? Of course you do. Will you help me put it on? You offer your hand back to her with the pendant, and she gives you this unidentifiable look as you ask. You want to wear this for everyone to see? That is generally how necklaces work, yeah? Okay. She helps you put it on, and you survey the room. Nobody seems to care that the two of you aren't behaving like boss and subordinate. In fact, Cinder and a leather-clad person, more interested in throwing the other out the window. One side of it is for fun, the other seems to be revenge-based. Finch, or at least you think it's Finch, is people watching with sharp eyes, occasionally nodding to themselves. MJ, Danny's friend, skating buddy, something, whatever, is laughing happily with a few students. And Avery is just kind of hopping from group to group with seemingly no desire to stay in one for very long. There. Now you're wearing it. You turn with a smile, reaching out with little fear. You're rather cute when you're embarrassed. Well, you are the only person who can seem to make me so. Something vicious overtakes you for a moment. Good. The night goes on, and just as you're beginning to think Mia and Bella have simply gone home, you see Mia pass a window and almost spit your drink out. Ah, shit. What the fuck happened? Is Bella dead? Did you kill the student council president? No. Bella's better off than me. God, she hits like a truck. And her nails. She's fine. I am fine. You look like you fell off a building. That would have been better. Then I would have died and not had to feel this right now. Do you promise nobody's dead? Both me and Bella made it out alive to tell the story. You glance at them, taking in their bloodied appearance. You need a change of clothes so bad. Wow. Okay, come on. I almost wished I had killed her. Mia starts with zero prompting. But Miranda and them, they would have been so mad at me. Them? Her super secret girl band or whatever. Ignoring the way that she said mad, like she wasn't talking about murder, you furrow your brows in concentration. Where are you remembering that from? Hey, wait, you... Oh, wow. Both you and Mia freeze. This really isn't what it looks like. Nobody's dead. Yet. Nobody's dead. Ever. Yet. Ever. I'm not doing this. What did you need, Avery? Avery stares at Mia for a few moments before shaking themselves out of it. This book. Someone said it was yours. Wasn't sure who, though. They frown in thought while you take the book that is almost certainly not yours and flip through the pages when a note flutters to the ground. Avery is already gone when you look up, so you bend over and pick it up. You are cordially invited to the next meeting of the Cult of Eva. Though the name is scary, we have good intentions and have found you to be worthy of joining our ranks. Meet our representative in 3 days in the backwoods northeast. They will find you before you find them. Congratulations on your invitation, and welcome. Reading it over a few times, you come to the conclusion that this is hella fucking suspicious, and they definitely have something hidden. You remember a long time ago, Miranda had asked you about strange groups. Is this what she had meant? Did that mean you should tell her? Beside you, Mia grunts and you remember what you were doing. Right, you need to stop bleeding. Like now. Please, that sounds so nice. Let me go this instant. Did you know that when I first met you, I had such high hopes? I'd even say I was rather fond of you. My, how times have changed. Do we have to do this? Resident toxicologist. Now, dear, remember who's at stake for you. She must be reset. She's already torn through the spell this time, and I need you to drug her to sleep long enough for me to do my job. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Bella. Oh my gosh, Donna's crying. Panic sets in Bella's face, and she begins to struggle against her bindings more and more the less space there is between them. Auntie! She's shrieking now, uncharacteristic in the wild display of emotions, but utterly doomed because of it. Once she's down, Mother speaks again. Good. Outcome 1, the wheel? Okay. It's been 2 hours. I'm probably gonna split this into 2 videos anyway, so I guess we'll find out what the whole cult thing is about next time. This one's really long. I feel like I've already read for 4 hours at this point, and I think that's as long as the other ones were. So maybe this one's like the end all be all of this game. But things are happening, and I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna leave this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've made it this far, I'm also playing Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic, which is a little less reading and a little more gameplay than like reading a visual novel. So if you're into that kind of stuff, wow, I am so bright right now. Look at me. I'm glowing. It's not often that I get natural light down here. If you guys want to see any of that, it's on my channel. It'll be recent. It's here. Oh, you can maybe click in the cards. That's where it'll be. And we will figure out what's going on with Miranda in the next installment of Resident Lovers. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you made it this far, you should subscribe, because you watched the whole video now, and you're probably watched all 3 of them, because this is part 3, so part 4. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Bye.